Hey there, guys. I am here with my King and Queen of the Ring 2024 predictions. Gonna see who's gonna put on the crown. I'm actually fairly excited for this PLE. This is going to, of course, take place in Saudi Arabia, which not my favorite place to have events just because they don't really cheer for women's events. That's how I've always felt about the Saudi Arabia crowd. But I mean, it's cool to go international. Some of these international crowds are absolutely amazing. And so I'm still very, very excited for this event. We're going to go down the card every single match. I feel like there's been a few nice storylines leading up to this event. So let's get into it. First up, we got the match for the Women's World Championship. You got the current champion, Becky Lynch, taking on Liv Morgan. And me personally, I've never been a big fan of Liv Morgan, but I feel like right now she's on one of the best runs that I've ever seen her on. She's making herself seem more legit. Her promos have been a lot better. I've never really liked her promos, but I feel like the one that she just had on Raw was actually very, very good. So I think we've been seeing a lot more from Liv Morgan. And Becky Lynch, she doesn't need this win at all. Becky Lynch, I know there's a few things talking about maybe Becky Lynch might not re-sign with the WWE, about how her contract is coming to an end very soon and they still haven't re-signed. I don't know if that's true or whatever, but I did hear something about that. But I'm actually going to go with Liv Morgan on this. And if you know me, this is a big surprise just because I'm never going to bet for Liv Morgan. She's used to be one of my least favorite women's wrestlers in all of wrestling. But I feel like she's getting a lot better, and that's what I like to see. I like to see improvement. Would she be the type of person I would want to be my women's champion, to lead my women's division? No, but do they have anybody else on Raw to do it? I feel like Raw is very slim when it comes to women's talent on their roster right now. So, Liv might be the best option, honestly. Just right now, with how her gimmick is, her revenge tour or whatever, I think she might be the best option right now. All right, so we're going to move on that for that. Final prediction is Liv Morgan. And like I said, this wouldn't hurt Becky Lynch at all. Next up, we got a match for the Intercontinental Championship, and we've had a lot of people hating on this build-up. You got Sami Zayn, the current champion, taking on Chad Gable, and what's making people mad is Bronson Reed. People are saying it's lazy booking, that they shouldn't have put Bronson Reed in the match. It's lazy because they didn't know where to put these other guys. They didn't know how to build it up. They say it's the lazy way out to make it a triple threat. And yes, but no. It's the lazy way out if you're at a big PLE. You got to think, this is a King and Queen of the Ring. I'm not trying to hate on the event at all, but it's not that big of a PLE. Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable is going to be an amazing match. Why don't you save that to a bigger PLE? Clash at the Castle, SummerSlam. You get these big ones coming up that I think are a lot more fitting for that good of a match. Because if Sami Zayn and Chad Gable are in a match, it's going to be amazing. And so I feel like what they're doing, they're putting Bronson Reed in that for now, but then eventually we're going to get what we're wanting, Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable. And keep in mind, we're in the Saudi Arabia crowd. They go crazy for Sami Zayn. Every Saudi Arabian event, they go crazy for Sami Zayn. He's just very, very popular there. And so, might as well keep the Saudi Arabia crowd happy. So, I'm going to say Sami's taking the win. And I'm almost 100% on that. But like I said, don't be mad about it right now. I believe that we are going to get what we want, Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable, eventually. Just right now is not the time because it's not that big of an event. Next up, we got the Women's Queen of the Ring, Lyra Valkyria versus either Bianca Belair or Nia Jax. I didn't want to wait to do my predictions Friday. I wanted to go ahead and get it out. And so on Friday, we're going to figure out who Lyra Valkyria is going to be taking on. It's either Bianca or Nia Jax. But I do want to say, before I choose who I think is going to win that match, Lyra Valkyria was very, very unexpected, in my opinion. I love Lyra, and I think she's going to do great things on the main roster. Definitely with how they're pushing her right now. I mean, she just beat somebody that was just women's champion on SmackDown for a while, Io Sky. That's a big win. Io Sky is very big within the company right now. And so they're really pushing Lyra Valkyria to the moon. I had to give Cameron Grimes a little shout out right there. But I was very surprised that she was here. And then we got Bianca or Nia. I'm going to go with Nia Jax. It wouldn't make sense to have this top babyface Bianca Belair, probably biggest babyface in the world right now when it comes to the women's division, taking on this rising babyface that everybody's with because she's the young star that everybody wants to get behind. Lyra Valkyria. We don't see the face versus face things a lot. And so Nia Jax, probably one of the meanest heels you could think of in the WWE. I think Nia Jax is going to be getting the win. And going on from that, I think Nia Jax is going to be beating Lyra Valkyria to become the queen of the ring. Lyra is a very good talent, but I just don't see her as queen of the ring. Anyways, the king/queen of the ring suits better on heels. It always had. It's something for them to brag about, like, bow down to your king. You're not going to see a face doing that. And so I just think Nia should get this. Nia's kind of been just thrown around, not getting these bigger wins when it comes to having bigger accomplishments like women's championships and stuff like that. And Nia Jax has actually improved a lot from when she first got released back in whatever time that was, like 2020 or something like that. Everybody was expecting it. She was very sloppy, not very good. She just relied on her strength aura, or whatever you want to say about that. But now I feel like she's a lot better in-ring performer. Her promos are actually a lot better now. It's not just, oh, I'm big and strong, run away from me. Yeah. That's not what she's rocking now. She actually has some in-ring talent to back it up. So I think it's time to give Nia Jax a little bit of her flowers. Lyra Valkyria, she's got plenty of years ahead of her. So yeah, I'm going to go with Nia Jax. And that's actually mainly just because she's a heel. I feel like that's one of the main reasons. Next up, you got Gunther. Oh, this is for the Men's King of the Ring. You got Gunther versus either Randy Orton or Tama Tonga. And Tama Tonga has made it very far in this tournament. You got to think, there's been a lot of huge names in this tournament. You had main event Jey Uso, Ilya Dragunov, a bunch of people that were like, they might win the tournament. But no, Tama Tonga has just kept on advancing. And I think it's great. They're going to help advance the Bloodline storyline. I personally probably wouldn't have put him in the tournament, but whatever. So you got Randy Orton or Tama Tonga. I'm definitely going to go with Randy Orton. Randy Orton's the face, Gunther's the heel. Like I was just saying on the last one, they're not going to mismatch that much. We're not going to have a heel versus a heel, because if you would, that would kind of be setting up for like a Bloodline versus Gunther, and I don't think we're going to be getting that anytime soon. And so then Randy Orton advances, beats Tama Tonga. I think Gunther's got to beat Randy Orton. Gunther just is the guy that you want to be your king of the ring. It makes sense. I could just see him. King Gunther, you can just see him sitting on the throne. I just can't imagine it. It seems so perfect. I'm so glad he beat main event Jey Uso. Even some people are mad about that on Twitter, but I already made a video about that. Go check out one of my latest videos. I was talking about Gunther and Jey Uso and all that stuff that's going on Twitter. But Gunther was the correct decision for that match, and he's also for this match. Gunther is the guy you want as your king of the ring. I was just saying heels work better as the king of the ring, and this kind of just goes right with it. Gunther's one of the meanest heels you can get. Make Gunther your king of the ring. Next up, which is probably going to be the main event, is going to be for the Undisputed WWE Championship. Of course, the current champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, taking on the U.S. champion, Logan Paul. When this feud first started, we're like, is it going to be like if you win, you get to take both belts? Is it just going to be for Cody's belt? Is it just going to be for Logan's belt? But finally, they confirmed it. It's only going to be for the Undisputed WWE Championship, only for Cody's belt. Logan said, I'm not putting it on the line, which is a good thing, because I didn't want to see Cody Rhodes be U.S. champion. I don't want two champions. I mean, a guy holding two champions. I hate when they do that. It's taking opportunities away from other mid-card guys. Like, why would you take away the mid-card title and put it in the main event? That doesn't make any sense to me. And so I think this is more of a side quest for Cody Rhodes. This is a very, very minor premium live event. It's not one of those big time premium live events. And so they wanted to get him on the card, but you're not going to put him in a major storyline. You're going to want to save that for a bigger premium live event. You're not going to have him versus The Rock or Roman Reigns or build up that storyline. That's not for now. This is just a side quest match. It's going to be a great match, I think. I think Logan Paul and Cody Rhodes are really going to work very well together. Logan Paul, probably the best in-ring celebrity wrestler of all time. He's a great, very, very athletic. And do I need to explain for Cody Rhodes? No, I don't. This is going to be a great match. But the thing is we know Cody's going to win, but how is he going to win? Logan Paul, he's your U.S. champion. Do you really want him to lose going into near SummerSlam season? I don't think you want him to lose. You want to have your champion looking strong. So I think he's going to get disqualified. There's a few different ways it could happen. I think Logan Paul could pull out brass knuckles and then the referee might see it. He might have his brother Logan Paul. He might have KSI come out there and beat up Cody Rhodes. You could have the Bloodline. The Bloodline might come out. We know we're going to eventually get Cody Rhodes and the Bloodline clash again. It's an ongoing storyline. Got to get it from Solo Sikoa. And so I think we might have Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga come out there, and Tonga Loa. They're surrounded. And they get disqualified. So Cody Rhodes automatically gets the win. But then you got to have somebody come out there and help Cody Rhodes. I don't really know who it could be. It could be Jey Uso. There's a lot of possibilities, but in the long run, we might end up getting everybody's man, Jacob Fatu. We have to get his debut. I know there's been things on Instagram saying they don't know what to do. They think he's going to outshine Solo Sikoa. That's very possible. Jacob Fatu is amazing. But we have to get him eventually. We know he's already signed. When are we getting it? I get tired of waiting. I'm getting very impatient with this. But the thing is do you want it to happen now or do you want to have it later? I don't really know. They keep changing the storylines. You get Solo Sikoa arising and then you get Tonga Loa show up. Very unexpected. There's just so many things they could do within the Samoan dynasty. So I don't know what way they're going to go. That's a possibility. And then there's another thing that I heard on YouTube, another podcaster on here talking about maybe the Wyatt Six could show up. We know that's going to happen. Bo Dallas is here. Eric Rowan has re-signed. I don't know. There's so many possibilities. If the Wyatt Six show up, they're probably going to attack Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul. They're going to just kind of take out everybody. That's going to be their thing. They're going to get the word out there, watch your back, all that kind of stuff. So I think that could be nice as well. So there's a lot of big possibilities for this, but no matter what way, what happens, Cody Rhodes is getting the win. So yeah, that's the King and Queen of the Ring predictions. It's not that long of a premium live event when it comes to how long the card is, but I do think it'll be nice. There's a few matches that could be very, very good. So yeah, keep in tune with the show. I will have a review and ratings come out of this show. So yeah, I'm excited. I'll see you guys on the next one.